Hi guys, my name is Stephanie and I am back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about how to clean your smelly sink drain. Here's 6 simple steps that'll keep your sink smelling nice all year long. Tip number 1 is to pour vinegar down both drains once a month. Use 1 to 2 cups of vinegar in each sink. I like to pour it really slowly and sort of around the drain so that the pipe inside going down to your P-trap that you bend underneath your sink, and with the whole inside of the pipe all around to be covered in vinegar for a little while. The vinegar is going to help with mild buildup of fats and grime and grossness that's happening inside of your pipes. This monthly vinegar rinse, on top of helping to get rid of any smells that might be happening, is also going to be great at preventing big clogs from building up inside of those U-bins. After pouring it in, you're going to let that sit inside of your drains for 20 to 30 minutes before you're going to rinse it away. That'll give that mildly acidic vinegar enough time to work. After 20 to 30 minutes, the vinegar will have loosened everything up in those pipes. So at this point, I use a pot of hot water down each drain to flush all of that away. So the hot water is going to be a disinfectant. It's going to break down any residual fats that are still hiding in that drain and help flush everything away. So the vinegar rinse only needs to happen once a month, but I do like to do the hot water down each drain once a week. A couple of years ago, I found a really big clog in my sink drain that had been building up for years. I think a big reason why that clog was allowed to happen in the first place was because I was always pouring my boiling water from cooking into the left side of the sink, and the right side had a clog. So pouring hot water down the drains once a week is going to help prevent any buildup of fats and foods in your drain, which is going to prevent smells long term. Tip number 3 to clean a smelly sink drain is critical. This is going to be one of the big sources of a lot of people's smells, and it's to clean the splash guard above your garbage disposal and the drain filter for the other sink. To remove the splash guard above your garbage disposal, all you need to do is gently grab it and pull it out of place. It's just being held by grooves inside of that sink drain. Check out this layer of slime on the bottom of my garbage disposal splash guard. So it's been a couple months since I've done this actually. And the layer of slime that's built up on the bottom of this thing smells literally like something has died in my garbage disposal. So I'm going to bet that a lot of you can get rid of your sink smells just by cleaning this one area more frequently. I just use a little dish soap, an old toothbrush, and some water to clean the backside of this splash guard. If you find that your splash guard is ripped or stretched out and stuff is splashing back into the sink from your garbage disposal, you can replace these for about $10. Try to clean the backside of that splash guard once a month, and make sure you clean inside of the drain too while it's out. Now set that splash guard aside for a minute while we work on the other drain's filter. Most sinks will have this old-fashioned drain filter that you see me cleaning here. Again, you're just going to use dish soap or whatever cleaner that you have with an old toothbrush to scrub it nice and clean, bottom and top. I'm just cleaning this one to show you guys how it's done. I've actually switched to a 2-layer silicone drain filter that lets me have the water in that sink drain out without the filter being moved. And now I have a lot less chance of any food bits getting into that sink. Again, I want to prevent any clogs in that sink. It's going to help prevent smells long term and any possible problems with that P-trap getting full of food and fats. Okay, let's move back to the garbage disposal side of your sink for tip number 4, and that's to give the inside of your garbage disposal a good clean. So your splash guard should still be out of place from when we just cleaned it, and you should be able to look down into your garbage disposal. Now, if you look down into mine at this point, it looks pretty clean. The problem inside of the garbage disposal is the upper rim area. It's the underside of that garbage disposal that doesn't get hit with a lot of water when you're rinsing out anything in your sink. Think of it like the rim around your toilet where a lot of stuff is hiding even though you don't see it. So if I use my toothbrush and dish soap again, I can scrub away along the inside, the top inside edge of the garbage disposal, and you'll see there's a lot of that really stinky, disgusting smelling goo all along the inside of the garbage disposal there too. So you got to scrub that away. Once you've got the inside of that garbage disposal cleaned out, this is when I would actually do that pot of hot water down each side of the sink. So if you're doing the monthly cleanup of the vinegar down each drain, so let that sit 20 to 30 minutes on both sides, then scrub clean that garbage disposal before doing the hot water on that side for the monthly. And then you're still going to be doing the weekly hot water. Okay, so now it's time for tip number 5. And again, this is another once a month thing. You're going to do this after you've cleaned inside of the rim of your garbage disposal. Before you put your splash guard back into place, cut up 1 lemon into 8 pieces. So they're nice and kind of smaller pieces. Add in a large cupful of ice, and then cover that with a good amount of table salt. Those 3 things are going to be great at working together to clean anything that's left behind in your garbage disposal and help leave it with a nice fresh smell. So make sure you put your splash guard back into place, your nicely clean splash guard back into place, and have the water running when you run your garbage disposal to prevent any clogs that might happen. All right, we've made it through the first 5 tips. You should have 2 really great smelling sinks at this point. If you don't, if you still smell something coming from your sinks and what we've just done here hasn't gotten rid of that, then unfortunately it sounds like your P-trap might already have some buildup in it. So the smell might be coming from inside of your pipe. So the vinegar and hot water are going to be great at flushing away light blockage inside of a P-trap. But if you have thick buildup already in there, there's already a bunch of heavy foods and fats that are building up inside of your pipes, that vinegar and hot water aren't going to be able to really do that for you. So tip number 6 is only for the people that actually still have the smell in their sinks, and that is to clean your P-trap. Whether you do it yourself or you have someone else do it for you, make sure you remove all of that blockage, and hopefully at this point, you've gotten rid of any odors coming out of that sink. All right, that's it for how to clean a smelly sink drain. As always, you can put any questions that you might have in the comments below. I do try to answer them when I get a chance. Bye, guys.